How was up, y'all? It's poppin'. It's D. About to react to this impressive vid. It's titled Jay-Z's alleged son says Jay refuses to take a DNA test and blames Beyonce. And 50 Cent trolls Jay-Z. I remember reacting to a video about his son or whatever the case. So maybe there's an update on the situation. Let's see what's going on. Let's watch.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Impressive channel. Now, I know 50 Cent is a troll, but tell me why he's now trolling Jay-Z. He actually posted this picture of Jay-Z. He didn't give anybody any warning that he was going to post this.
Back it
up.
And
he said this in his caption. Jay in hibernation. He ain't coming outside till this ish with Puff blow over. No brunch, no lunch, no dinner. LOL. I'm all you got. I'm outside. Now, there is this idea that Jay-Z is hiding because ever since P. Diddy's allegations hit the fan, Jay-Z has limited his public appearances, and he even canceled his parties like the Rock Nation brunch. He canceled the Made in America festival, and he's been kind of staying low-key. Some people feel like he's been hiding behind Beyonce. And there have been a lot of
people keep saying that he is next up to get exposed. This year is wild, okay? I have never seen so many big A-list celebrities get exposed in my life in like such a short period of time. This year is insane. Everybody keeps saying that he next up to get exposed, so maybe there is some validity in that, because why you hiding? The hell? Canceling all these things, that is very suspicious.
Speculation and rumors about Jay-Z's connection to P. Diddy and this whole case that he's dealing with now. Some people feel like Jay-Z might also be implicated in this case with P. Diddy, because it was alleged that Diddy had secret recordings of different celebrities and politicians and billionaires. And of course, these people would go to his house and party, and they wouldn't know that they're being caught on camera. This is just what's being alleged. So there is this suspicion that Jay-Z might have had some ties to Diddy, and he and even Beyonce might have been caught up in compromising situations. We don't know this to be true at all. These are just speculations, but I do find it interesting that 50 Cent has kind of been low-key targeting Jay-Z too. Now, we all know that he's been trolling Diddy left and right. 50 obviously doesn't like Diddy, and it's personal with him because Diddy was messing around with his baby mama Daphne, and there could be some other things that happened behind the scenes that really turned 50 off. Because 50 doesn't really troll people relentlessly like this unless they did something to cross him. So 50 has his foot on Diddy's neck. But also, he has been trolling Jay-Z as well. I mean, several weeks ago, he trolled Jay-Z about hiding due to Diddy's legal trouble. He said this in his caption: "Anybody seen Jay? LOL. Puff said the N ain't answering his phone. LOL." Now he's trolling him again by saying he's gone missing. Now, Jay-Z hasn't necessarily been hiding per se, but he definitely hasn't been in the U.S. as of lately. Ever since Diddy's homes were raided, he kind of was outside of Japan. He wasn't really seen in the U.S. like that. Now, Beyonce has actually been in the U.S. I mean, she's shown up to support Chloe Bailey, so she's not necessarily on the run, but allegedly her husband is. But I did notice after 50 started trolling Jay-Z, Beyonce posted a picture of her and Jay together at Lenny S.'s birthday party. So I do think this was the Carter's way of responding to 50 and saying, Jay-Z ain't hiding, he's right here. But I don't know why 50 decided to troll him. I don't know what his issue is with Jay, but I do find that to be quite interesting. And since I'm on the topic of Jay-Z, I do want to get into this topic. Now, I did see the reporter, the journalist Liz Crokin, do an interview with Jay-Z's alleged illegitimate son, Ramir Sadoway. And if you don't know, Ramir Sadoway has been alleging that Jay-Z is his father for years. In fact, his mother, Wanda, signed an affidavit years before she passed away saying that she had a relationship with Jay and he potentially could be the father of Ramir. Now, the thing that makes this whole case complicated is she was 16 when she was pregnant with Ramir, and Jay-Z was 22 at the time. So if it is true that Jay-Z is her son's father, that would mean that he had relations with her when she was underage. That's not a good look. And it could be the reason why
She was
Jay-Z is
15.
not
That's
taking the
disgusting.
DNA test now. Now, it is important to note that he didn't know that she was 16 at the time. He thought that she was
How
18.
you know?
But she was 16 when she got pregnant.
Did
and
she
so
say that?
that
Did
kind
she
of
lie
makes this
about her
whole
age?
case very messy. And I don't think he wants the public to even know about this. So he would rather avoid this whole thing altogether just so the story can go away. But Ramir and his godmother Lily are not letting it go away because they're still doing interviews about it and they're still putting pressure on Jay-Z to take that test.
I do wonder what he's hoping to obtain from all of this, though. Because you're not a child, so, he's not paying nobody no child support for you. You're a grown ass man. So, this man has been running from you for years. So, if it does come out that he is your father, then what? What are the next steps? He clearly doesn't want to be in your life. You can't, bully someone to be your parent and be present. So I'm just trying to understand. Or maybe it's just anger and he wants to out him and say, hey, y'all, look, Jay-Z abandoned me. But can you really say that? Because if Jay-Z didn't know that this was his son, if he just didn't know, maybe he thought, yeah, this dude's looking for clout, this is all a lie, So you really can't even fault him, honestly. So I'm confused what he's hoping to gain from this. It makes me think that he did just wants money. Somehow, maybe he'll try to sue him for emotional distress or something. Oh, because you were my dad all along. Who knows? But it's it doesn't sound like you're looking for an actual relationship.
Why?
Because again, you can't bully anybody into that.
It seemed that Jay-Z, via his people, were willing to work something out behind the scenes, and then all of a sudden that stopped. Why? Why do you think that he is refusing to take a paternity test and stopped, working with you all behind the scenes? What was driving that, in your opinion?
Well, part of it was a rumor that we was told that he didn't like the fact that this particular case was in the public. And he had a problem with Ramir putting it in the public.
Yeah,
which was not Ramir, it was his mother. So basically, in a nutshell, I just believe that was a big part of it. He didn't like the fact that it was in public. There was a time that Mr. Carter was trying to resolve the matter in the very beginning, and he was doing it in the best interest of Ramir. And then somewhere he left his heart and started thinking with his head.
Do you think part of it is because Wanda was 16?
Yeah, well, definitely that's the big part of it. The allegations that we have, the affidavit says that Wanda was 16 and he was 22. That's in Wanda's own words.
Right.
So therefore, yeah, that would be something that would make some people uncomfortable.
Right. Well, it's a crime. But for the record, you did tell me that Wanda told you that she did tell Jay-Z that she was of legal age. Is that true?
Right. She did tell me that she told him she was 18 or something, whatever she told him.
Now, Ramir and his godmother, Dr. Lily Colley, have been trying to get this whole DNA test resolved, but they've been dealing with a lot of obstacles in court. Jay-Z's legal team have been making things difficult for them. They've been drawing out this case for years. In fact, there were some threats sent Ramir's way. They were trying to get Ramir to drop this whole paternity suit.
We've been followed.
Yeah.
We had to go to the police about several things. There's people, like you said, came into the property. Someone knocked on Ramir's window. They wanted Ramir to drop the case. This was early on. There's been a lot of what they call intimidation.
And another weird thing too is Ramir did a DNA ancestry test online, and for some reason his results weren't processed properly. Now, I think he was trying to do what Jay-Z's other alleged child did. If you don't remember, years ago, there was a woman named Letitia Macer who came out and claimed that Jay-Z was her father, and she did an ancestry DNA test, and it linked her to Jay-Z's family. And it seemed like that situation was handled quietly. However, when Ramir tried to do the same thing, his test results did not come back.
But we use Ancestry.com, and that's basically say they didn't give me my paperwork back. I did the swab and spit in it and then get sent it to them. And when I called to try to get my information, basically it was an error, and I never heard of that.
There was an error. They wouldn't give you your paperwork?
They want to give me my paperwork from Ancestry.com. Now you have people saying use 23andMe. And I just want people to know, like, the courts got my DNA. So if they wanted to test my DNA, for me just to keep spending all this money,
Right.
these guys contest it's Jay-Z and you know, and I'm just the judges. They have everything they need. So obviously I'm not out of the fight, and I won't stop. It's not just about no Jay-Z. I'm not just chasing Jay-Z. That's not what it's about. My mom passed away fighting this case until she was gone. So that's more important to me than anything.
Another interesting tidbit that was revealed during this interview is Beyonce allegedly hindered Jay-Z from resolving this paternity case with Ramir.
You have told me that you believe that Beyonce may have been one of the reasons why there wasn't a resolution.
I do believe that. Like in the very beginning, they didn't have a daughter, and there was seemed like we were understanding there was complications in getting conceived, etc.
Right.
And I felt like that would make some women, and you know, seem like her, she would fit that bill, uncomfortable about him having a fully grown son with a talent.
Right.
So I do believe that she had a problem. If it was true, she would have a problem with the fact that Ramir was in the picture or coming in the picture, because that was a vulnerable time.
Right.
But clearly now, 10 years later, 12 years later, you would think somebody would say, hey, let's just get this out of the way.
So they're kind of alleging that Beyonce may have influenced Jay-Z not to go through with this whole test.
Wow.
I don't know how true that is, honestly, but I do know that Jay-Z is ducking this paternity test, and honestly, he just needs to take it. He just needs to take it. Instead of avoiding it, just get it over with. There's no reason to continue ducking this whole thing. But anyway, tell me what you all think about this.
I mean, I understand him not liking how this has been handled, though. Like, exposing this to the public, it's now become like a circus at this point. So it's just a lot of attention on this now. So yeah, it's also suspicious. It's like, again, what are you hoping to obtain from this, you know? But I mean, I can't say I understand how he feels. I'm sure he has a mix of emotions, and he's saying that his mom started, you know, this whole process and trying to get this figured out through the courts, so he wants to finish it. So maybe he has that emotional connection. Who knows? But yeah, I guess we'll see what happens if Jay ends up taking the test. They said 10 years ago. God damn, it's been going on forever at this point. What the hell? Y'all let me know what y'all think about all this stuff. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.